Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. For those of you who could not make it to our Wednesday, June 17th Zoom session, I just thought I would put together this really quick update for you. It was one of my first times being a presenter on Zoom, so I did actually record that session, but after watching it, I was like, ugh, I think I would like to redo that video. So this should be much shorter, much sweeter, and just give you a little update as to where this project is at. So first and foremost, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching this video. I know there is so much going on in the world right now. Our bandwidth and our energy levels are pretty limited, so thanks for caring about the arts in Esquimalt. I know your time is very precious. So we're not on Zoom, so I'm just going to skip this. So the things I'm going to talk about in this video are, first I'll just introduce who I am, what ECAH is, give you a little bit of the history of where we are up to now, and what the next steps are. I will also share a couple ways that you can get involved and where you can find us. So my name is Laura Beth Keene. I'm an art historian, an entrepreneur, an operations manager, and I am so passionate about community building. I own a little company called Canadian Entertainers for Seniors, and I'm also the founder of ECAH, which stands for the Esquimalt Community Arts Hub. I also work at the Chamber of Commerce here, so you might see my name on a couple things around town. I'm a board member for the TCAC, and I'm also an ambassador with a program called Aging 2.0. This is some of the volunteer work I've done in the past. I was a board member on the Maple Ridge Act Arts Council, same at the Burnaby Arts Council. I've participated in a number of arts-based community events, and I'm so excited to bring both my operations and my art background to Esquimalt. So you might be wondering, what is ECAH? Well, when I first moved to Esquimalt, I was so inspired by the work that the township is doing and that the TCAC is doing, but I really felt like we were kind of lacking some more physical art space. So ECAH is the concept for an art gallery and a multi-purpose arts hub within the township of Esquimalt. When I kind of first came up with this concept, I did some outreach work. So I reached out, let's just go to the slide. I reached out to a couple different groups within Esquimalt, but also I delivered a survey just to like the general public. And the response that we got from that survey was pretty positive. So it feels like to me this is something that is really needed within the township. I feel like there's a lot of positive support for an art gallery and a multi-purpose space. And that's something that I really took away from the survey results, which is that people really want a space that can be used for multiple purposes. So not just an art gallery, not just classroom, but something that can be everything, all of the above. So I fortunately had the chance to chat with some of those groups that you see on this slide, but if you think there's somebody else I should be chatting with, please definitely send them my way. I'm relatively new to the island and definitely new to Esquimalt, so I might not know everybody, and I really like collaborating. So if there is somebody who's a mover and a shaker in this world, please, please, please put them in touch with me. So a little bit of the history of kind of what's happened, what we're doing right now, and then what's to come. So like I mentioned, we kind of came up with this concept to have an art gallery and, classroom space, maybe some studio space. And then I started doing community outreach. From that outreach, I then started what I am calling the Great Space Hunt. This is the ongoing hunt for a commercial space within the township. I have looked at a few spaces, and I have a slide on that coming up as well, but that's something that's ongoing in the background. I've also been working on building a bit of a digital audience, so we have a website, we have Facebook, soon we will have YouTube. Well, I guess if you're watching this video, we already have YouTube, and we'll probably be on Instagram in the near future. So I do also have an e-newsletter. Little plug for that. If you head on over to our website, which is ECAH.ca, you can sign up for the newsletter there. I'm now at the phase where I'm ready to incorporate as a nonprofit society under the BC Societies Act, and I've been reaching out to prominent arts community members looking for a board of directors. Myself, I'm committed to be on the board, and I have one other person who is currently committed, but we're looking to have a pretty varied and diverse skill set on this board, so certainly open to including others who should be in this space. And if you think that's you, please get in touch. You can just email us at hello@eca.ca. This is a super beautiful rendering. I'm not a graphic designer. I'm not a digital artist. But these are some of the ideas that we have about this space and how we could create a really vibrant and beautiful space that's welcoming and that just contributes to Esquimalt as a lovely arts community. This is one of the spaces that we're looking at. Everything is just, tentative at this point. Nothing is set in stone. But that's kind of the vision that we have for this. Something, with a mural, with an outdoor activation, something fun and funky and really youthful and vibrant. So these are some of the current locations we're looking at. Everything in pink is the main players that are already out there. So there's the One Moon Art Gallery, which is part of the Songhees First Nations. There's the Esquimalt Rec Center, which offers a lot of great arts and culture programming. And there's the Ministry of Casual Living, who I unfortunately have not had the chance to connect with, but I've only heard really good things about them. So if anybody knows them, or maybe you're listening to this video, please reach out to me. I want to chat. Let's collaborate. And the blue is kind of the areas that we are looking at spaces. So I've seen 4 different spaces. Some of them I'm in love with, some of them not so much. As you can imagine, there's a lot of challenges with finding a commercial property. It is just like house hunting. We do have a couple barriers in Esquimalt, which is limited supply. Honestly, I actually think that's everywhere. We're also, limited with price, size, layout, all that kind of stuff. But I feel like these are surmountable challenges, and I think with enough elbow grease, I will find the right location for us. But if you happen to be a commercial landlord, if you happen to know a commercial landlord, please, again, put them in touch with me. Would love to chat. So this is kind of my last slide, wrapping up a little bit here. This is what is sort of ongoing right now, but also part of our next steps. So we will be putting out calls for artists, instructors. Like I mentioned, we're putting out a call for board members so we can incorporate. At the same time, we're also building a broader group of advisors. So these are people who would maybe like to spearhead committees or serve in a volunteer capacity, but not necessarily a board member. So there's tons of opportunities to get involved, tons of opportunities to engage, and there will be lots of good stuff coming. So these are the ways that you personally can get involved. So whether you're an artist, an instructor, maybe you want to come out to an event, you want to be a board member or a volunteer, please reach out. Again, I really love to collaborate, and I know there are so many fantastic people who are already working in the arts in Esquimalt. So let's touch base and make this happen. Lastly, if you are looking for me, or us, I should say, please come on down. We're on Facebook. We have a website. You can email us. You can give me a call on that very old-fashioned device called the telephone. We can Zoom, although I'm getting a little bit zoomed out. Or my preferred method of connecting is the socially distant coffee dates. Love grabbing a cup of ERC coffee and heading over to Memorial Park. So if you are interested in doing any of that, just let me know. I can't wait to talk to all of you and connect with all of you. And I can't wait for this to come to life. And hopefully by the time we're ready to open, we'll be able to do so safely. And it will be so nice to see a group of people face to face. So thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate all of you and all the support we've received so far. It's been really lovely and overwhelming. So have a fantastic day. Thank you again for your time, and see you soon.